Hello, hello! Welcome to Star Trek, Trek. Once again, we are here to watch some Star Trek, and this week we have a very special guest, straight from the First Flight podcast, Abby Sommer. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hello. Thank you for asking me. I can't wait to talk Trek with you, fine gentlemen.
Absolutely will. And joining me again, Stars and Biggs back once more after surviving through the ugly dick bags of mostly water of home soil. You've actually come back.
That just increased my enthusiasm to come back for the next one.
Fantastic. So we're going to be watching Enterprise's Season 2, Episode 14, Stigma. Abby, why this episode?
Well, first of all, my podcast, First Flight, is a deep dive into Enterprise, where we're watching all of Enterprise episodes in succession and rating them, reviewing them, loving them, laughing at them. We are right now about a third of the way through season 3, but Stigma has always been an episode that really has stuck with me since first viewing. Like, I remember watching it the first time live and having some reactions, and it has only gotten better in my opinion. And after watching it for my pod, which means I really deep dove and thought about it and looked for connections and everything, I realized that this is an episode that really needs to get more love out in the ether of Trek, because there is so much good stuff going on in here, and it is a lesson that we all need. We needed it 20 some years ago, and we still need it today. So I think it's a really good one for turbulent times. And I love Vulcan stuff. 3 at this point? Yeah, too many that for us not to have learned this lesson.
I reject that.
It's the one thing you're not allowed to do on this stream is remind us how old we all are.
All right, well then I will not talk about how I used my VHS tape to tape this one when it was on, right?
Did you have to rewind it?
Right. Well, be kind and rewind. That's what we always said around here at our video stores. No, I just love this one. And I really like talking about it with people, because I think people remember the B plot more than the A plot, because it is, the first time that we see one of Phlox's wives, which is super fun. But the message that comes, the Star Trek moment in the A plot, is a lesson for all time. And it's full of Vulcan stuff and Vulcan aesthetic, which is like injected into my veins. I want the swirls, I want the candles, I want the robes, I want the Vulcan lab coats in this one. Like, it is amazing. So, yeah, you know what? It's really easy to do your hair when you're a Vulcan.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
saves time. Exactly.
And it's like, as someone who, like, I think the Enterprise really started hitting its stride in season 3 and 4. Even in seasons 1 and 2, which I think are overall weaker, I think the Vulcan stuff, when they start doing it, is probably easily the best stuff. Like, it's just such an interesting perspective on humanity, so I'm excited to dive into this one. I remember this one being good, but my memory of it is a bit hazy, so I'm excited to get into it with fresh eyes.
Yeah, and I think
I've only watched it once.
Yeah,
so this will
I've only
be
seen it a couple. I think Voyager and Enterprise are like weak spots for myself as well. We've watched umpteen amounts of TNG and DS9, but I think and I've watched the first season of Enterprise a lot. But yeah, this getting to the second season, because I think at that point it was a reason I wasn't watching it, but I remember coming back into Enterprise at season 4, so I kind of missed season 2. So that'd be nice to kind of go across. But in any regards. People, start up your DVD players, get your Paramount Pluses going, get that VHS rewound, get it in the machine, and then back
and up your laser disc, whatever.
Catch Pluto TV at the right time. Maybe you'll get there. Ignore the adverts.
Whatever.
Okay, we will.
You can watch it through someone else's window.
Yes.
Whichever you prefer.
There you go.
Yes, I'll open my curtains for you. Okay, we're starting in 5. I told you it gets unhinged. Right, we're starting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Punch. It's so cold, I actually pressed the wrong button and muted us instead of starting the episode. So, let's start that again.
Tell me you're joking.
Category. Oh yeah, I saw that in a second. Right.
Oh my god.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Professionalism.
There we go. Now it's running.
Hey, well done, Idle. You can press the button.
I pressed the right button.
Oh, my DOS says that to me all the time.
Notice here you don't see Phlox at all in this
No.
cold open. Just to Paul.
That's kind of quite a good little dramatic.
Hmm.
I feel like that this is my doctor talk to me about my my eating habits.
I'm
Well,
afraid
and I
your
love-
case of Pac-Man fever is terminal.
I like how you can tell with those close-ups on Jolene Blaylock just how much better she's gotten at Vulcan acting
Yeah.
in these first two seasons too. Her micro facial expressions are incredible. Like when it says you could die and she's like giving you the annoyed to Paul look, but she moves like half a muscle. It's just impressive. I
Vulcan
can't do
acting
that.
is, like there are a few that can do it really well, and she's one of the kind of the masters of it.
Well, yeah, because I feel like someone once remarked that like the how you approach it if you're unskilled and you're unsure of how to do it is you go arrogant dickbag, and it's like, no, that's not Vulcan. That's a type of Vulcan for certainly. That's like Solok in DS9. That's there are certain like Vulcans that are like that, but it's not unemotion, it's control of emotion, and just like communicating that is actually really, really quite hard.
Yeah.
And subtle.
Yeah. Subtlety is like, it's honestly not a thing that Star Trek can do a lot of the time. It's very ambitious sometimes. Which means that when it does happen, you get some actual subtlety and some nicely layered nuances. You go, ooh, okay, we're cooking with some gas.
There you go. That's my favorite version of the theme song, by the way.
Oh yes, yeah. No
when you get the
context.
peppy drums, it's just.
I had all it muted, so that's my favorite version of it too.
Oh, shot.
Ooh, that's
There
nice.
are amazing
That's quite cool
shots
perspective.
of docking in Enterprise all the time because the transporter isn't a big thing, so you get all these great docking shots.
Oh yeah.
Good to know
So
Phlox
Tantric
dressed up.
method, I see.
I always wonder if Denobulans have like the all one color blocked outfit is a thing for them because they seem to all do it.
I'll have to check some
They
of the
really,
Denobulans
really
in,
heavily believe in color coding.
Yes.
check the Denobulans in Lower Decks as well, see if they do that as well, because that'll be a deep cut if they do.
Yeah.
Sniff each other's pheromones some more.
Yeah.
When that couple looks
It
at them
makes
across the
sense.
bar.
No.
Literally.
No grosser than changing spit with each other. I mean, like,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That's true.
you think about it.
So does that mean you could like immobilize a Denobulan with like some just Axe body spray or something?
Oh no. Well, that could drop them maybe, but
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like just
Yeah.
render them, like incapacitate them.
You'd best bring that
Oh, the
fine
big
ass
smile.
of yours with you.
big smile.
Yeah. They were better with the big smile there. It didn't look as CG.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
they
wow,
got
look at
better.
this.
Like that's some of the external shots in this are really good too.
Yeah, there's some budget put on here.
Okay,
This
like
is
the
right
little
in that
CGI people
transition.
moving is
Early 2000s, so we can forgive that.
Right, exactly. This was the transition between some of this and the other. And next season they go HD, so like you are watching CGI develop as Enterprise goes on, which is kind of cool.
I'm actually
Honestly, that's a lot of money also to be putting into a single episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Vulcan robes.
Mm.
Nice to see Phlox with colleagues. You don't see that often enough.
yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that bit in what is it, like Cold Station 12? Like we hit the whole
Mhm.
like that's a cool aspect of that episode.
Mm.
Yeah.
See someone on Discovery watched this shot and went, "Wait, you can go round people while filming? Let's do that. But
We'll just
fast."
do that over and over and over.
They don't allow pens.
They don't believe in literature.
Yeah. Captain Archer can barely read.
It's a good way of trying to go about stuff subtly, though. Like, I mean, it's worth a shot. He's pretty decent at making this seem like a professional request.
Well, because Phlox is probably like the smartest member of the crew if you think about like how long he's lived and his like comparative expertise. Like, it makes sense he's able to navigate this well.
Well, he's very respected as well because, you know, he works for an international sort of medical committee, so he's probably got quite a lot of respect from various people saying, like, oh, you're going to just go off and go into the unknown, you know. This actress understood the assignment. She knew what she was doing.
Oh, yeah. And those really blue contacts.
They are so intense in this, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we need you to pretend you're really into Connor Trenier. Who needs to pretend?
It's true.
Well, he is in his season of lots of gel hair, so I have to say this might be my least favorite Connor Trenier season because he looks like he'd be sticky if you hugged him. Like,
it's
but that was the early 2000s. It sure is. There's highlights too. Sometimes you can see you can catch the light and get the little blonde moment. Archer has them too this season.
It's like I'm half expecting him to go to another scene. He has like frosted tips, like he's in Busted.
Oh my god!
I know, that's a poll.
Overtime asks, "Do we have any idea of how long Phlox would have even known humans existed?"
Ooh.
How old do Denobians live?
Denobulans are still massively underrepresented in stuff like that. We know they're long-lived. We don't know how long-lived. They've got 500 some members in their family. Like, this is just ripe for Star Trek Denobula, a miniseries. I'd be so on that.
Oh god, to be like the Real Housewives, but like way more.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, they get into that later. Like, they're gonna start talking about people's wives and all their arguments and stuff. Okay, so here we get to see the fabulous salt shakers. I love Enterprise for their food, right? Like, it is so well done and so funny, and this bums me out because, like, he's not going to get to eat it. He gets called away. But look at these salt shakers.
Oh yeah, what's that about? Like,
I want them.
Oh my god, what the?
He's just like shaking.
They're like little pendulums. Yeah.
It's so wild to me. Like, how much can that even hold?
We need to get onto X Asterisk about where they come from.
See, and he gets one bite of this breakfast and a sip of juice, and now he's gone. I'm like, oh,
don't say that. Don't say that. Like, Idol has a thing about
people who waste food on screen.
Captain Patel, in Strange New Worlds, not eating Pike's food. Yeah.
How dare she?
Leftovers, right? Doggy bag, hopefully. I guess he did take a second swig on the way out of the juice, but still.
Meanwhile, Chef comes out. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to see Archer unmimosa'd, so you know it's medicinal, really.
He needs to be libated, really.
Yeah.
Oh, this is such a good scene. This is another Phlox moment. This is a sneaky Phlox episode because you see him in lots of capacities in it.
We appreciate it.
Whoops. And they're both trying to play it off, like, you know, their stomachs are sinking, and they're like, "Crap, we're busted."
Yeah, no, they know. You see, we wish for them all to die.
That is exactly what they wish, because then they don't have to deal with them.
Noted Vulcan Dr. Ray Gann.
There's some great T'Pol burns in this scene. Exactly.
I wish to make a point.
Yeah.
Like, well, how about you take your point and you shove it behind your big pointy ears?
Well, I love how whenever T'Pol is like, "I know what you're doing," she has that little pause before she starts, and she's like, "Fine, I'll do this, but I see you back."
Yeah. Are you a melder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and if you don't remember, she was forced into a meld back
Yeah,
in
it was
Fusion.
in Fusion.
season
Yeah.
one,
Right, yeah, I forgot about
which
that.
is not
Yeah.
a great episode, but I love that the thread continues through here.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to pick up.
I do like how defensive
I
Phlox
love
gets
when.
here.
I love defensive smart Phlox. He switches on
Yeah.
a dime, and it's wonderful.
It's like a courtroom drama.
It kind of is.
Yeah. I feel like I'm watching a little bit of like NCIS and CSI right now.
Yeah.
And there's an important look right there.
Mm.
Because she touched it.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. If you look at him, if he was, and I'm blanking on the name, the minister in TNG First Contact, the one who doesn't want them to have contact with the outsiders with the little mustache and the round glasses, he plays a jerk well.
Yeah.
There's another one. You traveled all the way up here just to tell him no?
I'll show you the airlock, but your ship won't be behind it.
What's this black stuff behind that? We just turned the lights out. Don't worry about it.
See, scanning that pad. Don't you touch things from skeevy Vulcans.
It's actually a Bajoran pad.
I love that little. I love the unique little data storage USB they've got.
Yeah.
Nice little bit of prop work.
And yeah, this is when this was like USBs were like brand new.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's got to be some kind of privacy violation, right, under the law?
Oh, 1,000,000,000%. That comes up later too. The doctor-patient confidentiality. They really do a good job with the medical stuff in this one.
Yeah. Just show me how well you can handle the curves. Wow, I forgot that like they got to say that in Enterprise.
Yeah.
UPN. I can swear.
Well, they were using it not at a person, but towards a situation. So there's different rules back then with that. Here comes the Real Housewives moment. Oh, Laban.
Oh, Claben. He's a Navy 51.
But really, it's for Lisa you got to worry about here. They've got to have birthday parties all the time on Denobula.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, really, it'd be an Alice in Wonderland situation where you celebrate your unbirthday.
There you go.
Yeah.
For Lisa. See, but look, we're getting Phlox as a husband here too. Many flavors of Phlox in this episode.
Yeah.
Getting 3 whole scoops of them, different flavors.
Trip is like,
Neapolitan
oh man. Ooh. You would have an outfit for that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this cracks me up because look, T'Pol's already waiting here, standing in silence. How long do you think she stood there waiting?
We can talk about the weather, Captain. No, need you to stand there.
Now, see, Archer, that's a lie. You get embarrassed by Vulcan dignitaries all the time.
Yeah.
Not as much by this point in the second season. They've kind of come to an understanding.
Started to learn a bit, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Daddy busted you out. Good response.
I was hoping never, Captain.
Yeah. That's
Wait
what
until I died. Then you'd know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read my corpse.
Oh, she's like, oh crap, I did touch it.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh, Dad's angry.
See? Fair points.
Yeah.
There's said the line.
Title drop. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Man, fuck the Vulcan High Command.
Oops. Nope. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the subtitles. Let's go the other way.
Yeah, you're really right about like Jolene here. She's doing like she's getting real good emotional range here because she went from like quietly furious and now you can basically tell she's like shattered right now.
Yep.
Like if she were not Vulcan, she'd probably be like on the verge of tears. You can kind of see it in her eyes.
Yep. Well, and she's so determined already to not just be private, but she's so okay with the minority being different. So early on in this episode, and we knew that from back in Fusion when she was interested. She's one of the most open-minded Vulcans we come across in this series, and maybe in all of Trek.
In Trek, I would say so probably because like I think of like two Vulcan, he's very very sort of like he's a normal Vulcan in a way.
Yeah.
Like he has his like aspects to him that are not unnatural, but are like weird for a Vulcan, like being a tactical officer, which isn't a normal Vulcan vocation. But like compared to the Paul or like Spock, he's very by numbers as it were. But I kind of appreciate that about him.
But he's also more in the mold of the Vulcans that we understand from Spock on, whereas this era of Vulcan is very different.
Yeah.
I like that. I've always
They
liked
haven't rediscovered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next season, when he grabs the Kirshara and all that, then we get a little bit more of that. But it is interesting, and I love that T'Pol won't even tell Archer at this point why she won't stand up for herself and say she was attacked and all that, and that comes later. And this is such a development in their relationship because the very beginning, they were gonna, he wanted to knock her on her ass, he says.
Yeah.
And now here, he's supporting her, he's fighting for her, he's standing up for her. Vulcan welcome.
It's wow, yeah. I always appreciated Archer and T'Pol's relationship. I always felt that like the whole romantic angle they kind of leaned to in season 1 was a massive misstep, and they should have just continued like down this path way earlier.
It's interesting. I do like, Archer, for all his faults, he is doggedly loyal. Once he has decided you're his friend, he will go to town for you. There's nothing he won't do.
Well, and we always say on our pod, they say Archer is critical to the founding of the Federation. Yeah, he sure is, but he wouldn't have gotten there without his relationship with T'Pol. Like, she's just as critical because he holds him back or pushes him forward when need be, and she teaches him how to interact with the different species in a consistently gentle way, which is nice.
I was about to say, like, he teaches him how to like interact with people because, like, he is very antisocial in season 1 in his way.
Yeah, no, she saves him from himself.
Yeah. Because he has such a chip on his shoulder, especially in season 1.
That's growth.
I do like how the Vulcans do seem to evolve as well. Like we see kind of like a what they were like 200 years before we know them. So it's good for them to have flaws because they don't seem Spock is pretty much he can do everything. He is the Magic Wonder Man. So.
Yeah.
That sounds like my relationship with my family. Angry Archer.
I'm gonna knock you on your ass.
Yeah, pretty much. But it is so interesting for them to be distinguishing between the people who have the genetic change and people who have the syndrome. Like, yeah, they don't. The Vulcans They're pretty cutthroat about this one.
Yeah, no, they are very, very cold. Yeah. You don't get to see her wear this very often, do you?
No. She usually wears her dumb pajamas.
Yeah. Her neuropressure massage pajamas, yeah.
See, and right here, more face acting. She's reading something, but you know something's going on.
Hmm. Can I get your opinion, Abby? What are your thoughts on this grey outfit versus the more brightly colored outfit she gets later? What do you prefer?
I think that's hard to say. I think she looks beautiful in the colors, and I think the colors they pick for her later on are better. The belt, I mean, all of her new outfits end up with like a belt that shows like that hip to waist ratio, which I get it, but so I like the colors better. I like her hair and her eyebrows better in future seasons. They kind of subtly, the hair gets a little longer, and they snuck in an eyebrow change with her season 3 look change, which just makes her feel a little bit more gentle and expressive. So I think overall, I like the look of season 3 and 4 better, but this one is it feels right for these 2 seasons.
Yeah, it makes sense where her character is at. Yeah.
Yes. But I do like that when she gets the opportunity, she puts some color on.
She looks great in like it's like, what is it, a periwinkle almost? Like the blue?
Yeah. The coral one is really nice too.
Yeah, the coral slice.
What else is interesting is 3rd and 4th season, they do a little bit more of green underlay underneath her makeup, especially in her ears. So you can almost see that green tint when she has other colors on better, which I think is such a subtle little detail that's really cool.
Well, I kind of miss that they don't really do the green tint with, like, you know, in modern Trek, I feel. Like Vulcans just turn up and they look how they look. They don't have that kind of green tinge they gave Spock and like you say to the ball.
Yep. I don't think that half wall would really stop people from seeing that.
Yeah, really.
What's this place for? It's for doing shady shit. Okay, good. We'll meet you
there. Exactly.
Meet me by the potted plants.
Tetracell white? What?
That will mess you up. It's a good Vulcan.
I feel like it'd be easy to justify this guy being like a member of like the sect from season 4.
Well, maybe. Again, the subtle face acting. It's like maybe 3 millimeters of chin raise and eyes squint, and now suddenly you get it.
Leonard Nimoy was like sitting back on his lawn chair while that was being filmed. He's like, I feel good about something for some reason.
There you go. This is big for her. Again, good subtle acting.
Yeah. Wow.
This is where you can see a lot of the parallels to the HIV/AIDS epidemic that they were doing here.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm messing around with the subtitles there.
A pretty emotional exchange for some Vulcans right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love
it. More food.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I forgot you're on the show.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just translating this lettuce.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Because I got my monochromatic friend over here.
Because I'm trying to put a marathon of thinking about baseball on right now. So
she's not even telepathic, but I'm trying my best.
Yep. Got the whole purple mustard going on here.
Behold, it is me.
I can't translate.
The language wizard.
Ah, your hovercraft is full of eels, I see. Not everything is about you, Trump.
Wow.
That look. Poor Hoshi getting uncomfortable.
I've got to escapade right now.
This line.
Madam, I'm going to have to talk to HR about this.
But he is doing his best to not respond, which is so noble. He is such a good guy.
Got you there. Checkmate. Get in bed. No.
Something.
What if I'm just racist? Will that get me out of the situation? And she's just like, he'll save me a seat on his lap.
Oh, the gym. Wow.
Oh, hey, Reed, I forgot you were in this show as well.
Yeah.
Oh, mirror shot. Very good.
Yeah.
Very nice. I probably want to record it.
Or join in.
Mating rituals.
Yeah.
Post it to his OnlyFox.
See, I appreciate Reed being like the typical British man. It's like, repress your feelings and don't talk about them.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a nice relationship between the two of them too. That they've grown into actually being like real friends. Yeah.
Do you want to?
Because they can rag at each other.
I actually haven't watched their new show yet. I need to check that out.
It's really good. Vulcan jerks. Not even a high. How useful is it? All right, right to the point, Archer.
Getting right in there.
Here's the actual lie. Of course they have.
Yeah.
Like every other episode.
Good call, Phlox. Can they actually do that? Well, he snapped into doctor mode, you know? Like, let's figure this out step by step.
Yeah.
They won't take me alive.
May I recommend Warp 5?
This is such a good scene. I'm not even going to talk. It's a mic drop. Boom.
For people now, I must stand up for them.
I mean, guess what? It's like almost like she's a good-hearted like individual, much as she sometimes tries to hide it.
Yeah.
Vulcans have to be cold because the planet's so hot.
All right, here comes my favorite Archer line. Ready? He's gonna say back to him. Perhaps you can. No other captain would say that like Archer. He's like,
No,
perhaps
you're
I
right.
can help you. Perhaps you can't. Like, it's just so Archer.
I want him to
pissed
grab
off,
the Vulcan
he's
and throw him
dragging
through the glass.
Well, he's just
Just
done
go
with
full
it.
Jack
He's
Bauer,
done
yeah.
being polite. You know?
Yeah.
He's coming to try to save T'Pol. Yes, I'm gonna drag you away, and I'm getting you. Thank you.
Which is the same as dismissing her.
Spit that word at you.
Oh, he's got that stink face on.
Mm-hmm.
The guilty Vulcan face. Saw that in the Andorian incident.
Yep. This is 100% it. They'll just kill themselves off.
First, butcher.
This is pictures of you last night in that alleyway. With
No, this is Hoshi being brilliant and saving the day again. She went through all their medical stuff and found a loophole. How Star Trek is that? We're gonna do this with the law. This little thing you didn't think was gonna make an impact. It does. I love Archer.
It's actually not yours, Archer. It's Starfleet's, but okay.
Well, he is Starfleet at the moment.
True.
He's the only Starfleet ship that's out,
true,
so
yeah.
he kind of is his time.
I am Starfleet.
Oh God.
Would Scott Bakula make a good Judge Dredd?
Okay, here's poor Travis,
man.
who spends a whole bunch of the first 2 seasons getting beat up, in comas, injured,
Find
fake
anything
dead.
ose for him to do, yeah.
Poor
Part of my
Travis.
six
Show
pack.
off
Look
his
at that.
abs.
Yeah.
Man is jacked. You see that in the gym scenes all the time. I love this.
Look, he just has the ethos that for every line they don't give you, do a push-up. Look on his face.
Yeah, he's like,
Bit of stiffness coming on.
Travis is just like, ooh, dirt.
Yeah.
I want to be involved in a dramatic scene.
My oh my, this tea is delicious.
Just avoid some Fargans, Travis. Bye-bye.
I don't know, I'm already pretty far gone.
This
Don't
scene, watch Phlox's face.
Yeah.
This, because you can't tell how he's feeling about this revelation from Trip until like really further on, and it makes the uncomfortable like triple. So,
yeah.
Phlox in this is just dynamic, and he's trying so hard.
I would snap the neck of anyone who tried to get with her. There you go.
This is the stone face. Everybody just squirt.
Yeah.
You don't know if he's okay with it or not yet. Now you know.
Yeah.
Rose petted that. He's like, this is not what I expected this conversation to be.
Don't insult me by implying my wife is not attractive.
Yeah. No better way to
Look what
learn.
happened on his first away mission. Wait, isn't he from Florida?
I'm not. I was going to say he's not that kind of Florida man.
Not Tampa. Tampa is the stripper capital of the United States. Just why I know that is dumb.
That's good to know.
Yeah, just like Jacksonville's
Another cool mirror shot. She's got a lot to pack for having sparse quarters.
I was going to say, that's not all going to fit in that case.
It's a puzzle.
She's got a specific specific case for a gong. You know, like the Vulcan gong case is a honored tradition handed down through the family.
Got it off Temu.
Because Hoshi saves the day all the time, even when it's not on screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, she could have done that in person. That'd have been good. Do you think they're just saying, minority because they don't want to say melders because it sounds a bit...
Well, I think it's the ambitious part. It is a minority, and then you could just fill in blank yourself.
Yeah, it keeps it more timeless.
Well, and also just, melders kind of has some slurry kind of overtones to it.
Yeah.
So just be as respectful as you can be with as much as you know of the situation.
Well, and I really like that in that past scene, Archer agreed to fight and play by T'Pol's rules. She's like, I'm not going to tell them how I got this, and you're not either. And he's cool with that. Like, he's fighting for her within her limitations.
It's
respect.
Also, she was taken advantage of as well, so there's a little bit, of rape overtones with it as well, which are equally as serious.
Mm-hmm.
He really wants to punch something right now.
He doesn't do well if he's not doing something. He's a man of action. He's always throwing his ball, fixing something, fiddling. He
needs a fidget spinner, really.
Yeah.
Can imagine
be a lot quieter than throwing his water polo ball at the wall all the time.
Yeah. The Federation would be so different if Archer had a fidget spinner.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like a subgenre of, could this plot be fixed with a box? Could this plot be fixed with giving Archer a fidget spinner?
Yep.
I forgot we
Unfortunately, I don't believe you can put HIV in a box.
No.
Alas.
True.
It was a software update.
Star Trek moment right there. Mic drop. You got that.
Just dismisses her. You may
say I don't have a response to that, so...
Yeah.
Ooh, here comes a rot. Look at that.
Ooh.
That's emotion.
He threw himself on the grenade, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not your thing. That's not your thing to say.
Well, yeah.
But it made Archer not have to break his promise.
True.
I mean, that's just plot right there, but... This is the best. That look.
You don't want to talk about it, so,
Good enough for me? Paul is such a badass. Like, she's so principled.
You need to get your hands on the joystick and...
Does it have to have a vibrate function, or is that just standard?
Look, it's quantum... Yeah. I feel like you should have just leaned in and sniffed Trip there. Just to really put a fine point on it.
Yeah. And we never see her again.
Yeah, it really is a shame.
I wonder, is this Feasel and Phlox, like, trying to just goad this human. Like, they realize he's uncomfortable, and they're like, we're just gonna push this and push this and push.
I feel like it's a win-win
like
situation for them. Either they
joke.
get like a threesome, or they make them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yep. Because now they're gonna be like, here's their little inside joke moment. Ready? They go,
They 100% made a bet at dinner the night before.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, about right. Someone said they offered him listening.
Poor guy.
Get out of it, Dad.
Unpack your pillows.
Yeah, but you're going out of
Put
his
all
case.
your pencil cases back where they go.
Oh, all those pencil cases on Enterprise, they're fantastic. There's a look, too.
I'm telling them where to shove it.
He's got that "I have taught you well, young Padawan" look.
It's like, well, she kind of did this on herself, but I mean, you had a role to play, Archer, but
This is a big moment for him to say, I understand this didn't go the way you wanted, but I'm being selfish and telling you I'm glad I get you. That's big for him to admit at this point.
Yeah.
Advertisers, they're trying to pressure him into physical relationship that's clearly uninterested. He keeps getting put in awkward physical relationships. Comedy?
Yeah. To be fair, though, is Trip uninterested? That's the kind of the problem.
Yeah, I
don't think he is uninterested.
At no point does it read that he's not interested. It's just that he can't overcome his preconception of what
monogamy
stigma of someone else's life. So 2 different types of stigma going on in this episode.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. Let me turn this off.
This is going to be plenty to talk about.
There is going to be plenty to talk